welcome to another episode, oh my god, did I already forget? Episode 3. Ooh, that was very close to the camera. Episode 3. Third time's a charm, finally got it. Episode 3 of Soul Searching, my epic video diaries. This week I'm going to talk about, I guess, what I've been up to in the last 2 weeks, some updates on the virus situation here, some thoughts and feels that I've been having, and my weekend in Jeonju with Maddi. I'm coming at you right now. It is Monday. It is 8:12 p.m. I am tired, even though I didn't do a whole lot today. But I remembered to take some videos, so I guess we will start with the ones that I remembered to take, and then I'll do some chit-chatting from there. Today is Thursday, so naturally I'm at my Thursday school, though tomorrow I'm heading into my Tuesday school, even though it's going to be a Friday. But I'm here at Shindok Elementary, and I just got here. Today was my very first day coming in. I hope you guys all heard that, otherwise I probably just sound like a crazy person. But I am alone right now because all of the other teachers are in a meeting, so I figured that even though the space is new to me, that I would show all of you what one of my English classrooms look like. So this is my classroom at Shindok Elementary School. I walk in, close the door, and we're greeted by this nice little alcove of some books and plants, and I love plants, so I'm a huge fan. I come over here, got my little whiteboard and my TV for presentations. That's my desk. It's not really my desk to keep. I don't get to personalize it or anything like that, but it's nice to have my own room. It's one of the only schools that I have my own room. Here's the classroom. It's also a library, and that's it. There's a little reading nook back there with some comfy places to sit. Here are all my books. I teach 4th, 5th, and 6th grade here, but not 3rd. So I've yet to go through those books. I have like 1,000 different books for all my schools. And the nice thing here, I have a little piano. So during my time when I am not teaching, where I'm just supposed to be doing prep, I can sit in this beautiful classroom and play the piano, get some creative juices flowing, which will be a lot of fun. Forgot to show you my super duper cute slippers. We don't wear our street shoes inside, so I take off my shoes, leave it in, I have a little cubby, and then I put on these sexy things that go, you know, of course, super well with my outfit, and the socks are just, I mean, who can match that? That was a little snippet of my route home from Shindok Elementary. I'm hoping that once I am heading into all of my schools every day, that I can do a little Lella's route to school video, because I take a new route every single day. I take multiple buses, and it's quite the adventure. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, you would all like to see that through my eyes. Maybe that's me just thinking too highly of myself, but I'm probably going to do it anyways, so get ready. Hey everyone, it is Friday, and I am walking home from my Tuesday school. Ironically, why wouldn't I be walking home from my Tuesday school on a Friday, you ask? Just things are changing around. It's been a nice, peaceful day. It's beautiful out right now. That's why I'm walking. Also, it's the only school that I don't have to actually take the bus to, so if I can save just that little bit of money, it makes a difference. But it's been a great day. Found out that I only have 11 lesson plans to write per week, not 12. Woohoo! Scratch that, it's 13. Forgot that for 2 of my schools, while they have the same books, One of them, I have class sizes of 2 kids, and the other I have class sizes of 30. Very different lesson plans for a class of 30 than a class of 2 children and 2 teachers. Friday, after I got back home from my school, I didn't do anything particularly interesting. I didn't do anything on Friday, didn't do anything very exciting on Saturday either. I just kind of hung around Imshil, which was surprising, but I let myself do some of the things that I don't normally give myself time to do during the week. I took an extra long run, which you'll get to see a little video of, kind of. I did my painting with numbers. Oh, I should show you that. I warn you, I haven't gotten much farther, but I finished all of the red last weekend because I was just here. What else did I do? I read my book. Did I already say that? I let myself watch some of The Crown, and then Crystal and I went out to dinner. We accidentally spent 40,000 won each on sushi, which was a problem on our fault because we did not communicate well enough that we only wanted 1 serving between the 2 of us, not 1 serving per person. You know, I probably sounded a little bit crazy on that last thing I just said, 40,000 won, with a pretty normal face. 40,000 won, I just looked it up, is about the equivalent of $32.65. So I guess that's not super unreasonable for sushi. It was a lot of food, so I understand that. But, man, we were not expecting that. Crystal and I were hoping to do split that 40,000 won between the 2 of us, but sadly it did not happen. We just hung out, and then Sunday I remembered to take a video, so here you go. Hello, happy Sunday everyone. You can see my face is all beautiful and red. I just went on a run because it is a absolutely stunning day. And what better to do on a day like this than to spend some time outside. I'm in the Imshil stadium. It's pretty beautiful. I'll show you a little video of what it looks like. This is the stadium. I'm on one side of it, so you won't be able to get all of it, but this is it. It's beautiful. We've got something back there. I've yet to figure out what that is. And you can see beautiful mountains. And then the best part is when you get to the top and you ran up all of those stairs, this is the view that you're rewarded with. So pretty sweet. Kind of makes it a little bit worth it, even though I absolutely hate running. What else am I going to do on this beautiful sunny Sunday? I think I'm going to go back and do some yoga. I practice yoga almost every day. Though I forgot yesterday. Oops. I'm going to do my clothing laundry. I did my linen laundry yesterday, and something that I've learned here, so you can't do them on the same day unless you're lucky enough to have a dryer, which very few do, because you run out of space on your racks as soon as you put sheets on. That kind of takes away all the space for clothing. So today is clothing day, and I'm just going to relax, work on my paint by numbers. My parents pointed that out, that I said paint by color in my last video. You know, your girl was tired. It was a long day when I was making that video, so please forgive me. Painting with numbers and just relaxing. I can't do this. All right, what did I do this week? On Monday, I went into my Monday school, Dairy Elementary, and I finally met my co-teacher. I'd already seen the grounds and met the principal when I went in with Shinja the previous week before. I have my calendar right in front of me because the whole week was woo. But I went in and had a really nice conversation with my co-teacher. He is on the younger side. He just finished his army service, which is a nationwide requirement here in Korea. So this is his first year teaching, and so he teaches science and he teaches English. And after the morning, he just took me back to my apartment and I probably did some lesson planning, though I cannot confirm because I don't actually remember. On Tuesday, I was back again at Imshil Elementary with Yerin, my co-teacher. We didn't do a whole lot together. I was kind of putting some other things together. We're going to do our lesson planning, like really get to it tomorrow. She's had a lot of work to do. It's one of the biggest schools that I have. I teach 175 kids just at that school. And that's, a lot. She has more kids than I do to teach. So she was busy and I was doing some other lesson planning, but it was a fine afternoon. It was nice to get out of the house. And then that night, Ian, who is one of the other English teachers here in Imshil, he worked at the English Center. It was his last day, so all of the English teachers went out for Korean barbecue and Baskin Robbins. We are pretty much responsible for keeping Baskin Robbins in business. It's an untold rule, but it was good. It was good to see everyone. It can be a little bit isolating being in the apartment by myself, especially on days that I don't go into any of my schools. So it was really nice to have some of that social connection because everyone needs that. According to my calendar, I did really nothing the next 2 days, Monday and Thursday. Not Monday, Wednesday. Silly Lella, that's how days work. Probably lesson planning, probably did some yoga, probably went for a run. I did make dinner with Christian, a friend here, on Thursday. We got some good steak because the steak is kind of expensive. There aren't really cows here, except for the ones that are to make cheese in Imshil, what it's known for, if you remember. So we got that, and that was nice. Social interaction, because again, I didn't do anything else on Thursday, so I probably didn't leave the apartment until then. And I also packed because I spent the weekend in Jeonju with my friend Maddi. I was pretty productive on Friday. I printed and cut out all of my materials that I needed for all my schools because Ma'am is one of the only ones with a color printer. And some of the stuff I really want in color for the kids. So my hand was sore from cutting because I have a lot of kids and a lot of materials. If you recall, I do 13 different lesson plans a week. So that's 13 different things of material a week. Ooh. But anyways, I wrote another lesson plan and then worked with Hajang, my co-teacher, to finally order all of my stuff from G-Market. G-Market is like Amazon, but in Korea. And that's where I was going to get everything because my paycheck finally came in. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, ooh. Got a microwave stand and I got a new nightstand. I got a little shelf for my bathroom, sheets, a rug, I don't know what number I'm at, a new comforter, and all of this you will get to see as soon as my apartment is put together and feeling a little bit more homey. It's pretty empty right now. There are a few things for decoration. I have 2 plants. This is Theodore, also known as Theo. This is Albert. He doesn't have another name. On Fridays after I'm at Ma'am, I have to go up through Jeonju to get back to Imshil anyways, so I figured while I was there, I would stay and visit my friend Maddi. Maddi and I met in the airport waiting for EPIK to come pick us up for orientation. We found out we were going to be in the same province and became friends from there, and she is an awesome lady. She is from Iowa, and at 23, she already has her master's degree, which is pretty freaking cool if you ask me. She even wants to go for a second master's. She met me at the inner city bus terminal which is where I would have to go if I was heading back to Imshil, but seemed like a pretty good meeting spot for the two of us. So she came and got me, and we walked back to her apartment, which was only about a 15-minute walk away. She lives right near the university, Jeonju National University, which is a pretty cool area. It's really hopping with restaurants and bars and cafes. So she lives right around the corner from there, but we didn't do any of that on the first night. Instead, we went shopping. And I don't mean clothing shopping. We went grocery shopping. Some things are a little bit hard to come by in Imshil. Lots of things that I can't get. Can't get canned beans in Imshil. Can't get oatmeal. There are a couple of other things I can get. An assortment of dried fruits is kind of hard to come by, unless you really love exclusively raisins. So Maddie and I went to Home Plus in Jeonju, and I went a little bit crazy. I bought some oatmeal. Sorry, I'm looking up at my stock. Got some oatmeal. We bought a 3.8 kilo container of dried chickpeas because those don't come in the can here. So hold on, I'll just get it for you. This is it. 3.8 kilos. Well, it's no longer 3.8 kilos of dried chickpeas. We split it halfway down the middle so that we could each have a forever supply of dried chickpeas. What else did I buy? Some dried mangoes, some prunes. I bought canned tomatoes, which is also not, you can't get that here in Imshil. Oh, see my hair slowly starting to fall out. Fixed. And a few other things that I have trouble getting in Imshil. Some of the spices are kind of hard to come by. So I bought those, and we got dinner at the little shopping center cafeteria, which was very good. We had Bibimbap, and I love Bibimbap. Saturday, I did remember to take some videos, so here is Saturday me, ready to update you about what I did on Saturday. Hey everyone! How's it going? This is Maddie. Hi! We are in Jeonju right now, where Maddie lives. And I do not, because if you recall, I live in Imshil in the middle of nowhere. So I'm hanging out with Maddie for the weekend. We are on our way to a Bibimbap, which is a bathhouse. And looks like there's some yoga to do there.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know, like, what? It just said yoga on the floor plan. I don't know what that means.
I guess we'll find out. But it should be an adventure. We brought face masks, and we're gonna see how it is. I can't take any videos really inside though.
Nope.
There will be naked people there. And I think they would frown upon that. But we'll update after. We made it. This is it. It's pretty big. It's right behind the hotel where we stayed for our Jeonju orientation, and we're gonna head on in there. So we found it, and it was the Bibimbap part was closed because they don't want people sitting too close together.
It doesn't make sense though, because like you can take a bath together, and okay, I guess you're like constantly cleaning yourself, so that's good. But bathing together is fine.
Yeah, they said bathing together was fine, but we were not allowed to use the actual Bibimbap room, which is very disappointing. Neither of us fully got ready this morning because we were like, yeah, we'll go, we'll take a shower, and we'll do our makeup and we're gonna do masks. That is not the case. So we're off to another adventure. We'll see what happens, what the day brings. Look at all this. This is just the banchan. We haven't even gotten the bibimbap yet, but look at all this food. That's japchae. It's really good. That's glass noodles. That is something I cannot eat. We got some spinach over there, crab something, mushrooms. I'm not really sure what that is, but looks good. What do we think?
It's like kimchi.
Oh, all right. This got some more spinach.
Wait.
Oh,
That's a fruit.
it's a fruit.
It's definitely a fruit.
Oh, I'm excited to try it. Woo. This is the bibimbap. Already mixed. They did that for us. And some soup. We're not really sure what's in that, but there's some tofu and onion. There's Maddi and her bibimbap. Good stuff. Look at all those colors. So we... Look, down there, that's all the Hanok village. I would stand up, but I don't feel like it right now. So this is what you're getting, the view. And all of our stuff. Woohoo! We walked around the Hanok village. Maddi hadn't yet been to the part where they have the portrait. Words are hard. We went up to a cafe that has a view. It's a 5th floor, and so it has a view of a lot of the roofs of the Hanok village, and it was pretty cool. I got some tea, and she got a real fancy drink, and we really just sat for a while and enjoyed ourselves before heading over to Masala, which I've heard about from probably 5 different people. It's an Indian restaurant, and it is delicious. So I got some Indian curry, and then we headed back to her apartment. We've been carrying around our toiletries all day, so we went back, we dropped off our stuff, we made ourselves look a little bit nicer, and then we headed to Grizzly's, which is a foreigners bar, and it was a good opportunity to go and meet some other cool people. At Grizzly's, I ran into this guy, Kylie, who I met at my Jeon book orientation. He works and lives in Gunsan, and he was there in Jeonju for a language exchange. So they come in, someone runs it, a very nice guy named Bob runs the program, and you come in and you do conversational stuff in English and Korean, and then there's an English class and a Korean class. And then a lot of them apparently go out for dinner and drinks afterwards. So that's where they all ended up. So it was cool running into him, and he introduced me to Bob and a couple of his Korean friends, a couple of his other foreigner friends, and it was a super good night. Bob bought us shots. They were playing good music. I also ran into some other people who I had met in Jeonju when I came in for dinner a couple of weeks ago. So it was really cool to see all of those worlds coming together. It was really nice to kind of make some of those connections and feel a little bit more grounded in my life here. On Sunday, we slept in a little bit, and I collected all my things, and then we went out to search for some lunch. So we walked through the university grounds, which during the day and with all of the trees in bloom, it was absolutely beautiful. And we ended up at dak galbi, which is one of my favorite foods. It is chicken and cabbage and this really awesome sauce at its most basic. And then you can add noodles. So we added glass noodles to ours, and you can add cheese, and it's so good. You make it into these little lettuce wraps with garlic and a special sauce, and the banchan on the side are almost always really good. Normally comes with kimchi, and ours came with a little cabbage and corn slaw, and it was so satisfying. There's nothing like dak galbi. We sat in the park for a little bit, got some ice cream, walked around the lake, but unfortunately I had to come back home eventually, even though I didn't have to go into work today. So I I head back to the bus terminal, and I couldn't find any of the bus times online, so I just kind of guessed, and turns out I missed the bus by exactly 1 minute. So Maddie and I sat for a little bit longer, and then I hopped on my bus to head back to Imshil. Pretty regularly on Sunday nights, I've been doing a FaceTime group chat thing with a couple of my friends from back home, which has been really nice. So here's them. And then today, what did I do today? Oh, I went on a run in the morning and then came back and did a bunch of lesson planning and then made dinner. But silly me, I was so excited to use my new chickpeas. I cooked them up today to rehydrate them, and I was going to make a chickpea and eggplant stew for dinner. I cut up my onions, put them in the pot. They started sizzling, started sauteing, and then I realized I did not have a can opener for my stewed tomatoes. Thankfully, Gareth came to the rescue with a can opener that I was able to use, so I had a really good, really satisfying dinner, and finished up some more lesson plannings after I ate, and now I'm here talking to all of you folks. As I said, I am going to update you on coronavirus stuff here in Korea. I am still doing well. I am not sick at all. There's no cases in Imshil. There are a few in Jeonju, but they are being taken care of, and there isn't a major worry. The numbers have gone up ever so slightly in the entire country, but I am doing well. It means, though, that they pushed the beginning of school back again. So if you recall from my last video, we were supposed to start March 23rd, but that was not the case. They pushed it back to April 6th, and because of some new cases, not in Jeonju, or I think there was maybe one new case in Jeonju, but in the country, some are considering pushing back even further or moving to online classes, which is something that has really gotten me down a little bit lately. I've been working really hard to do these lesson plans that are in person. You know, to learn a language, a lot of the times you have to be there and be active in the moment. So I spent all this time printing and cutting materials for games and interactive activities for the kids to be able to practice and learn the language, and I have no idea how I would make any of the lesson plans that I've already written applicable to an online platform. So we'll see where things go. I'm hoping that because I'm in a smaller area, and at this point I believe it's up to the individual schools, that we might be okay to continue on as planned to start April 6th, but who knows? But I will keep you all updated with that information. But in other corona news, I've actually been benefiting just a wee bit because of how much of a mess the United States is. So because everyone has been under quarantine, the arts community has really started to come together, and there's been all of these online platforms that have come out of the woodworks in order to help people sustain the arts and community during this weird time of quarantine. So there have been a bunch of classes that have gone online. Megan Flynn, an old professor who I worked with at Muhlenberg, has been doing online live ballet classes that I take on Instagram. Not live, because that would be at 1 o'clock in the morning for me. So I've been taking ballet classes, and I've been taking some other dance classes and some fitness classes because the arts are now online, which has been, I think, really good for my soul. I really have found that while I'm here, I miss the arts tremendously. So this has been a good opportunity for me to still be connected to that huge part of my life, even all the way over in South Korea in the middle of nowhere in Imchil. So one benefit. Also, I think it's really cool just to see how everyone is supporting each other online. In general, it's really kind of heartwarming to see some of the humanity that people can show when they're put under these kinds of circumstances. A big concern of mine before starting this video diary was that I would somehow accidentally make it all seem like everything was wonderful all the time. I think sometimes Instagram and Facebook and social media has the ability to make it seem like our lives are perfect all the time because we can edit through so much of the bad stuff and only show the good stuff. So I'm here to say that the past 2 weeks have been really rough, I'll be honest. Going through some personal things. I'm not going to go super deep into that because I don't want to name names, and I really have no interest in putting that, all my personal problems on the internet, but some of it's been a little rough, manageable, but a little bit rough, weighing a little bit heavy on my heart. I'm finding that I want to be so connected to my friends back home, and fortunately I have a very large group of people that I'm interested in staying in touch with and keeping updated during this time when I am away. But it's a little overwhelming sometimes to manage, well, who do I talk to now? And, oh, I have to do my work, but I really want to talk to this person, and I want to text this person and reach out. And that's been a little hard to manage. Sometimes I find myself getting really overwhelmed with that kind of aspect of the social circle things. I don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah, that's been really hard. And one of the hardest things for me, I think, so far being here is that I haven't been able to establish a real routine yet because I haven't started school. I mean, I go into my schools 2 or 3 times a week, but sometimes it's only for half days. Sometimes, it doesn't really give me the feeling of living here yet. It still feels like I'm in this limbo period. So that's one of the other reasons why I'm really looking forward to school starting, because I've now been here for over a month and haven't been able to establish a routine yet. I've been doing some things that have kept me on track, FaceTiming with my friends on that Sunday. Liana, Emily, Alana finally joined us this week, which was really exciting. But that's kept me on track, and I've been doing yoga with Adrienne. I've been doing one of her 30-day yoga challenges to kind of give myself something to do every single day, and that's been really helpful. But it really does kind of suck, and I know most of you are home and in quarantine right now, so you are in the same boat about spending all of your days at home. But when you live alone, even though the other English teachers are in the same building, it sucks being alone all day, every day, or not every day, but most days, half of the week. So that's been a little bit of a challenge for me because I'm a huge extrovert and I thrive off of other people, and that social energy kind of keeps me going. But I'm trying to do little things to keep myself involved. Last week I did a dinner with one of the other English teachers just on a Thursday because I spent the whole day inside and really wanted to have social interaction. So yeah, that's what's kind of been up in my world, my hearts of hearts, in addition to all of the actual things that I've been doing, because I think it's important to address both what's going on above the surface and what's going on under the surface. That was kind of a downer, and thanks for listening. But I don't want to end on that, so I am going to show you this really cute picture that I took with Ryan. Now you may be asking yourself, who's Ryan? Is he your boyfriend? Who is that? No, he is a lion that's missing his mane. Here in Korea, we use Kakao as our main form of communication, and they have Kakao friends, and each of them have different names, so there are all these different characters, and Ryan is my favorite because he's cute. Even though he definitely looks like a teddy bear, he's supposed to be a lion without a mane. So here's that. See, he's cute. This week is also my birthday on Thursday, April 2nd. Woo. Don't know what I'm going to do for that, but we'll see. Trying to figure out what I'm going to do this weekend. Hoping to meet up with Mo and Lindsay and Emmy, but we'll see what happens. And then Maddi and I are trying to plan out going to the Jeonju Miracle Sea Parting Festival, which is the thing that I have been wanting to do because the water between the two islands separates parts, just like the Red Sea, and it's happening on Passover. And so I feel like that would be a really awesome way to spend my Passover, my Pesach, since I will not be home for Seder. I might try to do a little mini Seder here, but we will see if I can get any of those ingredients. All right, that is it from me on this Monday, the 30th of March. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, seeing all of the parts of what I've been going through in the past few weeks, and keep on listening. Thanks for watching episode 3 of Soul Searching My Epic Video Diaries. I hope you go back and watch the first 2 episodes that I put up and come back and watch episode 4 whenever it comes out. Have a good day, week, month, year. Have an amazing life, and I will see you guys next time. See ya!